The Western Conference Semifinals, Game 1. The Spurs are coming in off an arduous 7-game battle in round 1. The intensity has been heightened, the stakes raised. They are now in the hunt for a Game 1 victory against Seattle. The opening game of the conference semifinals, up next.
These teams are prepared for an epic series. Two of the West's very best clashing in Game 1 of the conference semis. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And now for Seattle. They've got Kevin Durant, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. And for the Spurs, we've got Wembanyama. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Parker in at the point guard position.
Yeah, this is going to be an epic battle. Very tough series. Who knows who's going to win this? I don't know who looks better on paper.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Pass to Gervin. Kicks it out to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Payton. Seattle pulls it in. Now Durant. Basket counts.
Kevin Durant has the kind of handle and creativity to get by defensive players off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Payton against Parker. Over to the left wing.
Oh. Was the Iceman George Gervin?
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. How about that elevated look on the AT&T connected cam? Here's
right on Anthony's head.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Howard. 6 to shoot. Rebound by Duncan. Here's Gervin. Now here's Parker. Gervin pass to Wembanyama. He can't hit that time. Tries again, and there's the bucket as Howard finishes it off.
Well, this has been one of the staples of Dwight Howard's game. Get on the glass on the offensive end and finish it.
Parker passes to Leonard. Parker against Payton. Wembanyama gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Durant.
No. Wow.
Durant's got his second bucket on the night.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see. Payton against Parker. Stolen by Parker. Leonard outside. Pass to Gervin. From 12 feet, Howard grabs the miss. For Seattle, 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter.
Beautiful.
Teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. Pass to Gervin. Now Leonard. Let's go with a 3. Seattle pulls it in.
They wait till the last second to shoot the ball. It's not good.
Outside Hardaway. Fires the 3.
Ugly.
Leonard passes to Parker. The three. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And Seattle calls time here.
Yeah, definitely. I think Parker's a 95. Gary Payton's a 93. Dwight Howard's a 94. Duncan's a 88. Wimby's a 94. Kemp's a 90. I forgot Gervin. I think that Durant edges him out. Hardaway over... Who's their shooting guard? I don't remember.
And looking at these playoffs so far, here are some of the players who have been distributing the ball the best.
Doesn't shock me.
For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Payton passes to Howard. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
This is a comfort zone for Dwight Howard. The closer he is to the hoop, the more effective he becomes.
Pass to Gervin. And here's Leonard. Launches it. Kemp with a rebound. Parker against Payton. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. San Antonio making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Seattle.
Wimby out.
That's good from Durant on the assist by Howard. 7 points for Durant. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Gervin. Here's Robinson. Big finish by Robinson.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
Kind of reminds me of Howard a little bit.
Now here's Durant. He's got 7. Over Leonard. Durant's shot is off. Leonard passes to Parker. Pass to Robinson. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Phenomenal work right there. There's times where he can be tough to check.
Seattle is going 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now here's Westbrook. Uses the glass on the layup.
What a finisher. Russell Westbrook enjoys taking on the defense in the paint.
Leonard outside.
This is going to be a long series.
Leonard passes to Robinson. And it's good.
I just hope we can come in and get at least one of these games.
This is how you move the ball effectively. They're not just passing it around the board, they are passing with a purpose.
Here's Hardaway. San Antonio with a rebound. Down low. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks. That's exactly what they get.
We know Russ can do this. He's averaged double-digit assists numerous times in his career.
Robinson is screen on Westbrook. Parker outside. Leonard on the wing. Robinson passes to Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off with the layup.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
And that one's good.
That's a pretty good matchup.
Now it's a 4-point Seattle lead.
Leonard versus
The key to their success tonight
Durant.
is selective and efficient.
Definitely Durant has the edge on that for sure.
Screen on Westbrook. Parker passes to Robinson. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Seattle.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
And they've also shown dominance.
I'm pretty disappointed that the Lakers and the Bulls are eliminated. That kind of is not very cool, but it is what it is.
Throw good, Robinson. Allen, he's checked in for Seattle. He makes the first, but misses the second.
Yeah, I think in the East, it's Boston versus Milwaukee. And the Knicks, I forgot who the Knicks are playing.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Spurs trail by 6.
And the other game is the Kings. I forgot who the first seed is. They'll show it at halftime, and you guys will see.
Now here's Durant. He's got 11. And he lays it up and in. Durant's got 13 now.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
He carries the whole team, man.
Parker outside. Robinson a
He
screen.
dominated last series.
Parker passes to Robinson from 8 feet. Durant pulls it in. Seattle leading by 6. Hardaway finds Durant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 15 points for Durant.
Already 15 points.
Understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line proof of him getting to the efficiency where you always look to.
Robinson a screen on Hardaway. Ginobili, no good. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for Seattle. Pass to Allen. Durant surveying the D over Robinson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Walker inside. He's against Allen. A nice shot by Duncan.
They got that all day.
Getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Westbrook pass to Allen. Now Howard. Robinson with a double. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Off target from outside.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Pass to Ginobili. Out to the right wing. San Antonio moving the ball around.
Ooh, bad mismatch.
And he makes in the layup. And now just a 4-point Seattle lead.
Scoring well this quarter. Picking up steam as he goes.
Howard, the screen. Durant for 3. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Now, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Ginobili, pass to Parker. Wide open look. Pass to Duncan. Seattle pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Not surprising, this guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Ginobili, pass to Duncan. Over Howard. Duncan, no good. And here's Westbrook. The deep 3. And that's not going to go. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Seattle. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Yeah, he's dominant. Like, he made Minnesota look so weak they couldn't stop him. I'm not sure if the Spurs can stop him. So, just depends on what he does. As far as how far we go in the playoffs.
To get back into it, here in Game 1. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
But simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And Seattle, looking at who they've got. They've got Russell Westbrook, and it's Ellis in at shooting guard. Fox finds Leonard. Robinson in the post. Sigma with a rebound.
Five on the boards after that rebound.
Ellis passes to Westbrook. Pass to Allen. Beyond the arc. And it's going to be out of bounds. Seattle will have another go.
Yeah. They've been looking good on the boards, for sure. They've been playing pretty solid. I'm pretty surprised. The Spurs are a tough team.
Clock at 4. And there's the rejection. To the paint. Here's Fox. Ooh, nice work inside by Fox.
Good way. They're just getting pushed around inside.
Seattle leading by 8. A minute and a half going in the second quarter. Allen outside. Lets the three fly. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
He's getting hit that
Got 3 assists tonight.
3 out of 4 times, man. I don't think they can compete with that 3-point shooting. The closest one they would have maybe like Ginobili and Leonard off the bench.
Westbrook against Fox.
Durant and
Ellis outside. Here's the three. And again, Seattle with a triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Robinson.
Durant and Allen are both better than all of their 3-point shooters put together.
10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
That's what I like about this team. They're built multiple ways. They're very athletic. They can compete with the small ball team. Not like a extreme small ball,
They're just totally relentless. Only increasing
But-
the intensity level.
they would be better than just having like a bulky
Don't pay attention to the score.
power forward.
Play the right way.
But I think that there with Howard in there that makes him athletic, and he can body against like the best centers, the toughest centers, the biggest centers in the league. So, like last game, I could have put Kemp versus Towns if I really wanted to. But I got Howard, you know what I mean? In this one, I definitely need Howard to be able to go against David Robinson. Robinson would body Kemp. Maybe Duncan would too. I'm not sure.
Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Hayden's checked in for Seattle.
See, I was always like, whenever I played the game, I would always kind of like not like the playoffs, not like to play them.
2.5 minutes into the second.
And then for me, it was like I never liked to play it on really hard level because I would just get really mad. They can run fast, they can do everything better than me, and it's just like,
Robinson's got 13 now.
I'm playing video games on easy level, kind of like it's like relaxing to watch, you know.
Look with it. Allen outside.
But it's also really repetitive because I'm trying to get like everyone the proper points per game every game, so it's like really repetitive, and
Leonard. There's the three.
this is like so different and organic, and I don't know what's gonna happen. That's what makes it so interesting.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fox deciding where to go with it. And a miss there on the triple. Seattle leading by 10. And here's Payton. Westbrook outside.
surprised you didn't shoot that.
Playing it in with a nice touch off the window. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
Russell Westbrook, over the history of his career, has always thrived near the basket. That is beautifully done.
Pass to Leonard. Fires from deep. Seattle pulls it in. Sickles got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fox against Westbrook. Here's Kevin. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
What's cool about this league is, so like the other team, the Gamblers, so when I fill all the expansion slots and I can't make any more teams, there's 36, I get detract teams. So if they're just a really bad team and they're not, and I just kind of don't like them, I want to make a new couple teams or something, I want to take over, you know what I mean? I can just get rid of those teams, like the Gamblers. I could definitely think of a better name.
Really upgraded that three-point stroke.
Rebounded by Irvin. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from
See, what I realized is the big thing with sports is recognition of the players and the colors and the logos. So I made every single NFL team on Maximum Football, but I put different logos, and the team name I put something like a little bit wacky, but they have the same city name. It's the same city and the same team colors, so it looks like the NFL team. It's kind of like sneaky. So to avoid like the NFL licensing, and with the players, what you can do is erase the names. You can put them the exact same build and everything, position, but just change the first and last name. And if you want, like, you pretty much only have to do it for like the really, really famous people, because like some person that, like some college player that's less known, if all of a sudden he starts like becoming a well-known character, like he becomes like MVP every year for a couple of years, people might know who he is in one of these big popular leagues, like this, not mine, but like a league like this is popular.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't catch.
So could you imagine that? Like, you go to college, you think that you always want to go to the NFL, and you went to college and you were pretty good in college, and then now you're kind of like forgotten about, and then all of a sudden, like you're working a regular job, and you're hearing like, why is my name being put out here? Why am I hearing this? And then to know that you're like in some type of simulation. You're like one of the more popular players and sought after players. It could happen. And then in fact it could happen for a sub too. You could just be like me. I could just like buy one of these characters in one of these drafts, right? And then the way I would do it for like the draft, for something like this, when everyone's such a high overall, you have to start out with the generational talent has to be a high overall. So typically in a regular league, the generation talent would want to come out like every 5 to 10 years, like, and they would be like around the 85 overall. Typically the highest overall in any given draft would be around a 79 to like an 80. So you can sell these different overalls to different people who are watching your broadcast, and they get to see themselves. If everybody in the league is documenting all the games, they could like all of a sudden they see where their player gets drafted, and then they'll start following that other YouTuber, watching their content because they want to see their character.
The top scorers in the playoffs.
And sure, they can do a simulation themselves, but is it a popular simulation? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's watching. Not everybody, but a lot of people are watching.
Spurs trail by 14.
I can make a whole like sports, like NCAA football. I could do when they do come out with NCAA basketball. You know, you could do seasons. All these different sporting events. It's like, you know, busy sports time right now. So, like, basically, you could do the NFL season the same exact way as the NFL season. So you play one game a week, basically. And then the NBA, you play one game every day. NCAA basketball, you do the same thing. You can do a game, or I think you can play the WNBA like whenever they play their season. And then you play baseball in the baseball season. You know, like, you play it with the actual season. And it gives people, like I said, if it's a popular league, you know, it gives people an alternative, because maybe the team that they root for is pretty bad in real life, but the digital team that's in the really popular league is pretty competitive. Or maybe they're involved in it some way. Maybe you get partial ownership. You know what I mean? It sounds so weird, like taking something like this and creating like huge wealth out of it, huge value. It's possible. That's what NFTs are, basically just a way to keep track of items.
Durant's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, capitalizing on the interior, Kevin
So basically, like somebody like Durant, say, you know, okay, I have old Durant right now on my team, and he's about to retire, or LeBron. Well, there's multiple teams that he made an impact on, so if one team go ahead, like if the Heat want to go ahead and regenerate LeBron, well, the other, it's like a 3-team auction. So the other 2 teams, like the Lakers and the Cavs, they also get a chance to auction on the LeBron if they want. So you kind of want to have money. If somebody, you know, you can add another Hall of Famer like LeBron to your squad. You're gonna have to pay a lot of money, but what you would want to do is go to, if you're the Heat, you want to go to the Lakers and the Cavs and buy the rights of LeBron outright for regeneration. And the goal is to own 100% of the regeneration. And if somebody wants it, they can come and buy it, like Gary Payton. Like, yeah, he went to the Lakers. He might have went to another garbage team, but he didn't really make an impact there. People don't really think about, you know, Karl Malone on the Lakers or Gary Payton on the Lakers. You think of them on the Sonics, you know. I don't see Gary Payton on the greatest of Lakers teams ever on this game. So, yeah. I'm waiting for them to talk. They can jump in at any time. I'm just waiting for them to cut me off. But, yeah, you can do that. And then you can trade actual players in the game, and then you can trade their the rights, making more value to your team. So you can come in with a free team like the Thunder, who don't have any Hall of Famers, basically. And then you can buy the rights to different Hall of Famers. If somebody has a Lakers and they want to give up Kobe, maybe they need money or something.
Here's Gervin. Plenty of space.
You can go and buy the rights to Kobe.
That's exactly how you put it to a lead.
I mean, for somebody like Kobe, you're going to give up a lot of money, but
Pass to Durant. Fires for three. Rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't.
Seattle is good. This team is really,
Leonard outside.
they're really tough. They can score a lot of points very quickly.
Now here's Parker.
They match up against everyone pretty well. They're pretty versatile.
34 seconds left in the second. Clock at 6. There's Wembanyama. Tip with a rebound. Seattle leading by 14. On the wing, Durant. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside Payton. 4-3. Unable to get that one. And so it's Seattle. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. More 2K action in just a moment.
Let's hear it for one participant.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out on the shooters, make them earn their points aside. But even if that were tried, I don't think it would play out that way.
Taking a look at the Spurs in this series, I'm curious. You guys both played in a lot of playoff games. What's a game 1 like?
To me, it's the most important game of the series. A chance to come out strong, set the tone, Ernie, like getting everyone on notice. And game 1s are really the best chance for the underdog to sneak in and steal a win.
Yeah, you say that, Kenny, because you're the underdog around here. You better not be stealing nothing away from me. Stay away from my snacks. I'm the alpha.
Well, glad the whole pack was able to weigh in on that one. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Continuing our coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. Glad to have you back. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Seattle leading by 14. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gervin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Up top, Parker. Wembanyama, screen on Hardaway. 2 points. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
With his skill from the midway area, that's money.
Howard, man, he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Parker. Out to the wing. Here's Gervin. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, how about that pass? Right where it needed to be.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Durant against Leonard. Durant pass to Hardaway. And there's a pick for 3. got 7 rebounds in the game. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Parker. Inside. Duncan, no good. For Seattle, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. It's gone by Leonard. Pass to Iguodala. Here's the 3. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 3 assists now on this one.
Well, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gate. Just keep your rhythm now.
Now here's Peyton. He's got 5. Howard shot's good.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Irvin, pass to Leonard. Now Parker. The 3. And again, it's the Spurs 3.
Boy, the start to the second half, it was just once in 5 attempts.
Outside Peyton.
He's not really a three-point shooter.
Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He was always
Leonard passes to Irvin.
a problem. Longer shots. He wasn't very much of a good shooter, Parker. He was more of a driver, assist, layup.
Just 5 to shoot. Takes it inside. Leonard for 3.
Ginobili could hit the 3 though.
Puts it in.
Ginobili was similar. Drive to the hole. Pass. Not as pass as much, but
A strong finish from KD inside.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
I never liked the Spurs though. Never liked Parker. I liked Duncan when he first came out, and then his play style was absolutely great, but I just thought it was boring.
Howard, the 4th spot held by Kevin Durant.
They've been both taking great shots. That's the efficiency you want in the postseason.
And Seattle calls time here.
But his style is highly
Get a little bit of
effective,
rest. It's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade.
or was highly
Burst of
effective.
energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Yeah. We gotta shill for Gatorade, folks, because they gotta pay the bills.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Howard, the screen. To the inside.
Ooh, you're not gonna stop him, Wendy.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Payton against Parker. Shot from the wing. San Antonio again missing. Seattle leading by 12. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Payton. Howard with a screen on Parker. Here's Payton.
That was a nice little move.
Can't hit that.
Too bad Howard couldn't capitalize on the nice pass move.
Leonard finds Parker. San Antonio again can't hit. Seattle is going 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And it's
Beautiful.
finishing it off.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized, defense paid.
This is Lob City right here. Chris Paul would be perfect on this team. John Stockton or Magic Johnson.
Good D by Payton. For Seattle, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor.
Oh, I'd rather have Chris Paul out of all of them.
Kemp's gotten
I didn't see Magic play that much, to be honest.
Durant is an underrated passer, and he has really shown a new level where that's concerned.
to the middle. Here's Irvin.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
I forgot to change their shoes.
Pass to Kemp.
I need to do it for like both teams that are playing.
Now the Spurs.
Everybody on the team. Especially the stars.
And it's Wembanyama's length that leads to the steal. He gets the out and run.
If I remember, I'll do it after this. I'll do the Spurs and I guess I'll do the Nuggets and the Wolves as well, just because I already played them.
Wembanyama, screen on Peyton. Parker passes to Wembanyama. Parker right side. Wembanyama screen. Down low. Parker finds Wembanyama.
Kimpa looks so cool with those
Leonard picking him up. Nice shot by Durant.
Well, such a great decision maker, right? Durant feels out the situation, goes
his kamikaze shoes,
Spurs trail by 14.
his Reebok kamikazes.
Now here's Parker. He's got 10. Oh, and makes it with a kiss. Parker's got 12.
Yeah, terrific work in a two-man game. Results in an easy bucket. That's how you do it.
Outside Peyton. Howard, the screen. Launches a three. Peyton, no good.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, he'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
Wembanyama, screen on Peyton.
I think Parker was pretty solid defensively as well. See, that's the stuff he would do.
14 points for him.
Tremendous individual play. And challenging the heart of that defense. That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Well,
It's like Westbrook and Robinson are about to check in.
And still able to score.
And Durant with the block.
How about the defense from Kevin Durant?
Oh,
Finishing it off.
Gliding
Beautiful.
the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Wembanyama, screen on Peyton. And he's going for the top. Oh! Whitney! Finishing off the lob from way up there.
I mean, it seems like you can throw it into Wembanyama.
I'm sorry, it just looks better when my guys do it because Wemby's like 8 foot tall. It's just kind of weird. Barely jumps.
Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communication. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Robinson, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Westbrook, he's checked in for Seattle.
So it would be cool to see like a celebrity. You know, let me put faces on the different NPCs in the audience. The crowd has gotten so much better looking over the years and all these different games compared to when I was young.
Parker against Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Durant for 3. And that one comes off.
Disgusting.
Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
I didn't.
After knocking down a
I expected a little bit more out of the Spurs than this.
Robinson, a screen on Westbrook. Up top, Parker. Pounded by Westbrook. Out to Leonard. From behind the arc. Kept alive. Parker passes to Robinson. Can't get it to go. 9 for 14 now.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball.
Howard finishing it
So
off.
cool.
This is a lethal combination of size and skill. Dwight Howard doing work.
And here's Parker. 14 points for him. Here's Robinson. Big finish by Robinson.
A little pick and roll.
It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected K. Durant with it. He's got 31. Banked it in off the glass. Durant's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Here's Gervin. He has 6. Fires from the wing. Good on the shot.
Look at the Admiral with some range.
Hit that shot anytime. He really can shoot over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't do
Look at Howard. He's having a heck of a game.
Sometimes this is a key shot. Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Leonard for three. And that three is out of the wide.
The perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Right side Hardaway. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Howard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Seattle.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities.
Look at Howard's bum shoes.
They have delivered.
My guys need to have good shoes.
Pass to Ginobili. Here's Robinson. Another shot. And it's good. Off the lane. Robinson's got 6 here in the quarter.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Howard with a screen on Fox. Good chance here for Westbrook. The wide open shot is on the money. Westbrook's got 6.
Westbrook off the ground, so quick into the rise and fire. What a tough cover.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Fox. Man, that one's good. 7 points for the Air Force.
I'm surprised he doesn't have no shot attempts. He's been after it. You think he'd want to take control now with them behind?
I thought this would be more of a competitive game.
Westbrook. He's got 6. Howard with a screen on Fox. Westbrook can't hit. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Seattle out in front, up by 15. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next.
Yeah. Hopefully we have some competitive games. I mean, I definitely want to go to the next round, but it's more compelling if they're closer.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
As we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Seattle with who they've got. And it's Hardaway, minute to 2. Wembanyama screen. Ginobili, no good. Seattle leading by 15. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Allen. Takes the 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Durbin's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ginobili. From downtown. Drains the triple.
Well, nice pass, a little ball, a little player. That's how you play this game.
Seattle shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Allen outside.
Is it the Hawks?
Right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is
The Hawks still in it? I forget.
These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that
I don't even know who the first seed is in the West. I forgot.
operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Fox. The rebound by Payton. Outside Hardaway.
Pretty slick.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Fox. Pass to Robinson. Finished by Robinson.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Outside Hardaway. Now here's Allen. And here's Payton. Seattle leading by 15. Here's Allen. And it's Allen.
Oh, that's nasty.
Rising up to the rim. Man, when he gets up there, he gets up.
Yeah, like, you never really seen Allen doing stuff like that in the latter part of his career, so you kind of forget that he used to do that kind of stuff. He was pretty athletic. I mean, he didn't really show it, like I said, the second half of his career, but yeah, he made some plays. I mean, not like a Vince Carter, but it was pretty solid, you know what I mean? Pretty entertaining. More athletic than like Ginobili. And he could hit the three back then too. This is the young version of Ray Allen. So I think he's like 21. I don't know, maybe 26. I forget. 25.
Spurs trail by 17. Here's Ginobili. Keenan, pass to Robinson. Blocked.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Oh my goodness. Look at Vin Baker.
Surefire.
Nasty.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Pass to Keenan. Shoot from the baseline. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's got 29 points.
You know, this is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Allen. This one for three. It's down. His seventh make in 13 attempts today.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside Wembanyama. And the layup is good off the pass. And that's 11 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Dayton finds Allen. Rebounded by Keenan. Spurs trail by 18. Pass to Ginobili. Here's Keenan. Now here's Wembanyama. Takes a three. Ginobili gets the bucket.
And Wemby using his unique perspective to find the open man.
Here's
I'm thinking about making the Tropics on here. I think that'd be kind of cool.
outside.
And just like having like the oldies 70s guys on that team with the sideburns and the afros and the
Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
old school haircuts and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of cool.
13 feet out. Baker grabs the board.
That's what I was thinking about doing in the Maximum Football too, with like movie teams,
Gets it to go. Allen's got
making them,
23.
making those movie teams in the league.
Here's Ginobili.
So have like 36 NFL teams basically, pro teams,
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
maybe 40.
Loves this.
Left side Peyton. Pass to Allen. Three-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Ginobili. Second shot opportunity. Wemby, unstoppable and close.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Yeah, if I wanted to, I can completely turn the announcers off and keep the crowd and everything on.
Rebound San Antonio. Irvin's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
That's what I'm talking about with podcast. People can like do something like this without the announcers if they wanted to. Have both the owners just commentate on the game.
Out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
Miscommunication communication there. Gonna want to talk about that one.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam.
Like you can like become a commentator of this league. Like you can go to different games and become a commentator. You know, the play-by-play guy or whatever. Like imagine that. Never thought you could become a play-by-play announcer, and then like you do it in this type of. It just becomes easier, you know. There's so many jobs that can be created out of some type of this simulation. Not mine, but somebody who's popular that does something similar to mine. Not this simulation particularly, but the one that I'm talking about, we're only starting out with 2 Hall of Famers. And maybe you start out with 0 Hall of Famers. I'm just trying to make it more intriguing, trying to draw interest.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Wembanyama, screen on Westbrook. That's a fly. Wembanyama, no good.
Boy, that was his shot to miss. This guy's a terrific mid-range shooter.
Here's Peyton. Nails the baby hook. And Seattle leads by 15.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Duncan. Pass to Ginobili. 6 to shoot. Unloads. Wembanyama. Hangs in there. Cashes it into the second chance points.
But yeah, if I didn't have to work a regular job, I can just like just create content.
Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Russell Westbrook off his feet in a hurry.
I would make one for like I got WNBA coming up. Every single sport. I would even probably do soccer, to be honest.
Right wing. Outside Leonard. Puts up the tray.
Laser focus from Kawhi Leonard. You no sooner touches it than that ball is off to the rim.
Seattle leading by 12.
And then I could like have AI generate a schedule for me. And then like post it somewhere, so if people watch my content, they'd be like, "Oh, at this time, this is gonna happen." You know what I'm talking about with integrating YouTube and Steam or this or something where you scheduled this to be played, and it just gets played automatically whether you're there or not, and then it gets shown on your YouTube channel automatically. That would be so cool, you know, instead of me having to try to figure out how to upload it with the screen or whatever. So you know. Here's another reason too why I'm doing it like this is because of my microphone plugs right into my phone. But yeah, like, because these leagues are automatic. You just set your lineups, or you trade for the people you want to trade for, and then that's basically it. You don't play the games. You can spectate them. I would advise for people to do this so they can like generate views for the league and themselves.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their plan during the break. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can.
If this idea that I thought of right here, which maybe somebody else is already doing, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but if this becomes popular where everyone starts getting into franchise, like these, they will finally start working on franchise modes and take it seriously.
One of the most efficient two-point shooters in the history of the game, Kevin Durant from the mid-range.
Here's Duncan. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And this time, they're just very lackluster defense. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Seattle has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Now, here's Howard. The D's right on him. Oh, he can't hit it. Spurs drop by 12. Parker outside. There's a screen. Yes! Back in the layup.
What a sweet pass. On time and on target.
Oh, they're trying to make a little comeback, huh?
Seattle's shooting at around 60% on this one. Very efficient.
Looks like they were gonna run out of time.
Outside Payton. Now Durant. He launches. And misses. Here's Ginobili. Defended by Hardaway. He got it.
Classic Ginobili. We're gonna start fouling soon.
They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside Durant. Howard, the screen. For 3. Oh, it's off. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. It just wasn't there tonight.
The triple drops.
Oh, look at this. It got a little bit interesting down the end. The whole game was like boring.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Now here comes another boring part. They didn't have to make Popovich. I don't have Popovich. So I put Jerry Salone on the Spurs as their coach. It's kind of funny they have Phil Jackson as a player. I put him in the simulation, but he's like a 74, so he's a nobody. He's never gonna see the court.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
We love to see it, guys. Step in, nice, calm, cool, and collected, and knock the free throws in.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. They're down by 7. Guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making the change won't save them now.
Well, I think Frank Mike just wants to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
I need to be able to add a little bit more detail to the courts too. A little bit more designs. Make them look more unique.
Seattle get the win here. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our second round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in.